Hi, I'm Kim, a certified crazy lady. I make videos doing card readings, channeled messages, and I make vlogs about my life as a psychic witch. If you don't hate that, feel free to subscribe. I hope the sound is better than it's been. We got some sound dampening things as well as a better microphone situation. So let's do it. I have 3 piles. Please feel free now to choose the pile that most resonates with you. We have pile 1, pile 2, pile 3, and I also have crystals up here in case you're not really sure which one is calling your name. So I've got an amethyst here. If you are, I don't know if you like that, if you probably like all crystals, but whichever one is just saying, psst, hey, pick me. So we've got an amethyst for pile 1. I've got a tiger eye, not as polished as most tiger eyes, but I really like it. I love this stone. So I have a tiger eye for pile 2, and I have a teeny tiny turquoise for pile 3. So just have a look, go with your gut. The very first one your eye goes to, the very first one you're like, oh, pile this, and go with that. Don't second guess it, all right? And go ahead and skip to the timestamp or the chapter down below for pile 1, pile 2, or pile 3. And here we go. Hello, pile 1. I hope you are having an okay day. Actually, I hope you're having a really great day. That's kind of sad to wish you mediocreness. Nope. Anyway, you're just gonna breeze past that. I hope your day is great. I hope you're feeling well and healthy and everything is fantastic. We're gonna talk about what you need to stop doing. So I shuffled the deck already and put my intention and asked, what we need to be stopping. And out came the top card, and then we're gonna pull for any clarity that we may need beyond that. Yeah, so let's go ahead. What do's? One day I will be more articulate. I couldn't even get that out. All right, here we go. Here's what you need to stop doing just to make your life a little better. Ooh. Exposed. Man, this card freaks me out. Scary. Don't be scared. We're gonna get there. Exposed. Okay. Gosh, I love this deck so much. Okay. I'm just listening. I'm tuning in. Because at first thought you think, okay, keep yourself safer, but I'm really wondering if it's more of a vulnerability situation. You're making yourself too vulnerable. Wow. So it is a protect yourself, but it's coming. Interesting. Usually when this card comes up in a reading, it's you need to kind of risk being more vulnerable. That's usually I'm not saying that's what the card means. That's what I get most of the time when it comes up in a reading. It rarely has come up at the beginning of a reading. So that's interesting. And I'm getting this. I'm not getting a, risk being vulnerable. It's going to be okay. It's going to help you. I'm getting, there's somewhere you need to back off on your vulnerability, on your sharing, on your expressing is not the word, just you're sharing too much somewhere. I'm wondering if that's what we need to pull for next is kind of where are we? Here's your amethyst right here if you want to look at it. So cute. Where are you overexposing yourself? Where do they need to rein it in? Ooh, feeling some resistance. We're not loving the message. Usually when a card doesn't jump out fairly immediately, it either means they have a lot to say or you're not quite listening. So, okay. There we go. Yeah, see, now they're starting to. Ooh, where do we need to share a little less, be a little less, just protect yourself a little more? Ooh, it's someone from your past. Someone that goes way back, but not, it's not, I mean, it could, I was gonna say, it's not like your mother or a sibling or something, but I guess it could be, but it's definitely someone you've known for a while or somewhere that you've been that's very established to you. Does that make sense? It's somewhere that like a very, not home, okay, it's not your home. It's somewhere not your home that you're very, where you are a lot. Somewhere that you are very often. Sorry, I was shaking my camera there, my apologies. So this could be your workplace, it could be a relative's house, it could be your childhood home. I don't think it's the home you're living in now. I don't think it's somewhere at home unless you have, no, it's not in your home. I don't think it's a person in your home. I don't think you're oversharing at home. It's either someone very established in your life that goes way back. So, you know, a school friend that goes way back, you know, someone from your college days, years and years ago that goes way back. It's not your best friend. It's not someone very close to you that you trust. It's someone that is in your life and has been in your life for a long time, but isn't 100% trusted. It's not that you distrust this person. It's just that that's not your relationship. Does that make, I hope this is making sense. I'm trying to think of an example, like someone, like if you've been at your job for 10 years and your work friend, you know how you have your work buddy? Like your work buddy is maybe someone you go out for drinks with at the end of the night. Maybe, you know, that's who you hang out with at the company parties. That's who you have inside jokes with at work. But they're not your most trusted person. And it's not that you distrust them or that they're not trustworthy. It's just that somewhere like at work where it's a core place where you're there a lot and you're comfortable there, but it's not your home, and it's a place that it's a place that you're there a lot, whether that is work, whether that is someone else's home, something. It's not your most trusted person. It's not the people closest to you. It's someone near but not close. Oh my gosh. Yeah, that makes sense. But like I said, these are your work friends, these are other moms in the play group, these are other your I don't know, your child's teacher, something where someone is, you see this person often, maybe not every day, but often they're in your life, but they're not your closest trusted person. That's what I'm getting. I want to pull one more. That's why I have this over here and I have this space open in case you were curious. Okay, what is this going to do for you? Just to kind of give you a why, you know, why do we need to rein in our sharing and our it's not quite vulnerability, it's definitely an oversharing. Why do we need to why do they need to rein in the sharing? Why do they need to keep things closer to themselves with this person or at this place? Oh, there's a lot of chatter in my head. Come on, okay. Wow. Oh. Woo! All right. To prevent that, what more do you need to know? Oh, this is one of those cards that I don't like. I do a reading from this deck almost every morning, and this is one of the cards where I'm like, oh, it's like the Tower card, you know, in tarot. It's like, ugh. But that's all right. That's all right. We can handle anything. Okay. Upheaval. Yeah, we need to. Yeah. So I don't think you have a lot to lose, but you have something to lose if you don't keep some things private. Okay, and please remember, I'm not talking about your husband or your wife or your very best friend or your mom if that's someone you're close to. This is someone outside of that isn't your top tier. It's not a tribe member, so to speak. You really have something to lose. I don't think it's going to be your entire home, the way it is with the crows in this picture here. But I do think that it's something that you don't want to lose. All right. So it's going to prevent that. I don't know if it is your friendship. It really could be your friendship with this person. It could be a position that you have. Like, I'm not saying, just for example, if you've got a work buddy and you've really been sharing a lot and you're going to kind of overstep and share something that you shouldn't, and it causes a demotion or it causes a pay cut or you miss out on an opportunity or promotion. It's like that. You're not going to get fired. You're not going, I'm not feeling huge life altering. I'm feeling a big disappointment. A big disappointment, something where you might have to tweak a little of something here and there. Not a huge life thing, but something that is still going to just suck. It's going to suck. Do this, and if you don't do this, it's going to suck. I'm a psychic. Okay. All right. I hope that's not how I'm coming across, but the main vibe I'm kind of getting from all of this is just don't overshare with someone you do not completely trust, no matter how far back they go. Okay? It's gonna uproot some things. Things are gonna fall down. Not everything, but it would just be nice if they didn't. So let's prevent any upheavals or collapsing of things, and let's just take note of who you're sharing personal things with, so that just know who you can share with, know who you can get personal and the down and dirty details, know who those people are, and don't give the details to the people who are not that circle. Unless, only your very, very close people right now, should you be really sharing very personal things. Okay? Otherwise, it might start causing some issues for you. I hope this was helpful. I hope this wasn't scary. I didn't want this reading to be scary. And I know I'm not getting really, really big fear. I'm just getting like disappointments, not life-changing heartbreaks, but disappointments. So I hope that's not, I hope you're not feeling doom and gloom. I hope you're evaluating who you trust and noting those that you only half trust. And it doesn't have to be for a big bad reason. It doesn't have to be because they've proved themselves untrustworthy. It just could be someone who you don't actually know well enough to be trusting with all of your life's details, all right? So just take note of who you can be sharing things with and who you should not be. All right. Again, I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Be sure to subscribe if any of this connected with you. And remember, take what connects, leave the rest, okay? And until we meet again, embrace your crazy. Hello, Pile 2, my beautiful tiger eye. Welcome to your reading of what you should stop doing to make your life a little better, or maybe to prevent some things from going down. We're going to learn. We're going to learn together. I pre-shuffled and set all my intentions and asked my questions before. And pulled the top card, just the first card for the reading, and then we'll pull cards for any clarity that we need. I haven't seen them. Usually I like to pull where you can see me pull, but today it just didn't happen. I needed the visuals, I guess. I don't know. That just was, you know, kind of out saying, I just felt the need to pull cards, and really so that the card that you needed to see was actually on top that you were being drawn to. Even if you couldn't see what it was, but blah, blah, blah. Anyway, thank you for being here. Let's learn what you need to stop doing or let go of. Ooh, we need to go with the flow. It was like instantly in my head, it was go with the flow. Like this. This is what, you know, like kind of this situation is what I'm getting in my head right now. And wow. Oh, you know what? That is so funny. Okay, when I was shuffling, so my main way of pulling cards is to let things come out. I have really tiny hands, so that is all the time. Stuff just flies out all the time. Flies. Anyway, and it took a minute for something to really come out when I was shuffling for pile 2, and I thought, oh, and it's so funny. I remember saying, hey, make sure that like they know that there was some, quiet resistance. Like when cards don't jump out immediately, it either means there's a lot to say and everybody's arguing over who's going to come out, or I'm not listening well enough, or I'm not quite in the headspace to hear the message. And I think that's kind of where you're at right now, is you are in a headspace with yourself. You are really swimming upstream. You are really maybe feeling like you're kind of hitting wall after wall, like you're spinning your wheels. Pick a cliche, okay? But that's definitely the feeling and the intuition I'm getting with this, is that you really need to I hate the word like submit. I hate the word there's another one that everybody always uses other than submit, but like you really need to decide to go with the flow, not in a forced way, not in a I have no choice but to go with the flow. This is, you need to decide to ride the wave, to go with it, see where it takes you, see where you land, see what you get from it. Yeah, let's pull for a little bit of what's going to make this easier for you. How can we go with the flow? Because I know that is so much easier said than done. Like I understand. Please know I understand. What's going to help us go with the flow? Do me a favor, pile 2, and take a big, deep breath with me. Oh, I'm feeling flowier already, But that should help get us in the headspace to, yeah, you do not want to be hearing this. This is not, I feel like these guys might, oh, one at a time, friends. So everybody's got a lot of chatter going on today. There you are. Is you. Release. Just let go. Come on. This is a moment when my cards tell me, you know what I'm saying. Just freaking do it. Okay, this is like, you need to stop resisting by leaving it behind. I'm hearing leave it behind. Leave it behind. I think it's an emotion. There's a feeling you're hanging on to that is not helping you. You need to leave that. Set it down. Set it down. It's like it's anchoring you. Okay, you're supposed to go with the flow of the river, but you're anchored by something that's just causing a lot of resistance. It's causing you to resist. It's causing causing you to just not be accepting of nice things for you, because you're hanging on. Can we get some clarity of what we need to let go? What do they need to let go? This is where like we're either going to get a you need to decide that for yourself, or you know, and I'm going to punch you in the face with it. What do we need to let go? What is it that we need to leave behind? Leave behind distance. I told you. Ugh. Maybe you need to get some distance. Is there somewhere you are that you need to get away from? That's just causing these stirred up emotions that you can't let go of? I'm really thinking that, yeah, this is a physical distance thing. You need to separate yourself from whomever or whatever is anchoring you. That's going to be, it's like you almost literally need to leave it behind, whether it's a relationship that you're in or a place that you find yourself often. This isn't sell your house and move. This isn't get a divorce. This isn't cut out your mother. This is that one toxic friend that you keep finding yourself with, that one group of friends that's kind of holding you back. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm saying with that. Maybe you need to ask to switch departments at work. Maybe you need to explore doing something differently. That's what I'm hearing, doing something differently that's causing. So there's a feeling, there's an anger or a sadness or a regret. Ping, regret. Yeah, there's something causing you regret that you need to leave behind, and that very well may take physical distance, whether it's not hanging out with a person, not going to that bar anymore, not going, not reading those books, not watching those YouTube videos, changing. It can be physical distance, as in, maybe that toxic friend, it's really time to be done with them. Maybe there's an item of clutter in your house you've been hanging on to that you have a nostalgia to, but that nostalgia is causing you sadness and not happy memories. I feel like you know what I'm talking about. You're going, yeah. You know what I'm talking about. You know the thing that's causing you pain that shouldn't be. And that's really stopping you from going with the flow. I want to pull one more. I want to pull for a why. How is this going to improve their lives? Why do they need to let this go and go with the flow? Why? Too many. Oh, that one really fought for it. Okay. All right. Ooh, to prepare you. Interesting. Okay, so we got caching. Okay, so crows. This is one of the reasons I love this deck, because I know a lot about crows. And so this deck really resonates and I can really take it deep. Crows will cache food. So they'll bury food to go back to it, kind of exactly like a squirrel does, or other, woodland creatures. And I see my crows doing it all the time, burying things in my yard. It's very funny. One time I saw one bury a Cheeto. I'm not kidding you. Anyway, the point of caching is to prepare you for food scarcity, okay? And I don't think you have a time of scarcity coming up. I think you have something. Letting go of what it is you need to let go of. Okay, letting go. Leaving it behind so that you can go with the flow is going to prepare you for the abundance, because a cache of food gives you abundance in time of scarcity. And like I said, there's not a time of scarcity coming. There's not a for you in the next little while. You know, this is you're going to have an abundance because you're going to be prepared. And when the thing comes up, you're going to be like, oh, I am more than ready for this. But you're going to have a problem with that if you can't let go of these the feelings, okay? So figure out what you need to set down and leave behind so that you can learn how to be adaptable, how to go with the flow, some flexibility maybe, so that you are prepared for the abundance that is headed your way. I hope this was helpful to you. I hope that this makes sense. I hope it resonates. As always, take what connects, leave the rest, okay? Take what hit you and what sits in your heart and what you know, all right? Because you know, I'm really getting that repeating message in my head. They know. So you know it's time to, it's time to set it down. Set down that thing you're hanging on to, that feeling you're hanging on to. For whatever reason, figure out a way to distance yourself from the thing that's giving you that feeling that you need to let go so that you can learn your flexibility for all the abundance and so that you can be prepared for greatness. Oof, great. I am feeling greatness was the word that came to me. It was greatness. I hope this was helpful. Thank you so much for being here. Subscribe if you're feeling connected to this and if this is helpful to you. And until we meet again, embrace your crazy. Hello, pile 3, my teeny tiny turquoise. To be very honest with you, this may be just dyed glass, but I've had it for a gajillion years and it's so pretty and it's so smooth and I just love the patterning in it, and it is advertised as turquoise. So we're going with it. Sometimes it's about how you feel, not what the actual stone is. Crystals. Okay, moving right along. Pile 3, hello. We are here to tell you what I am here to tell you. That's we. Okay. Wow. I'm all over the place today. Okay. We are here to talk about what you need to stop doing to help improve your life a little bit. Okay. I pre-shuffled and asked my questions and set my intention and pulled the top card for each, just the first card for each pile ahead of time. I don't know what it is, but I did pull the first card, and then we're gonna pull some more cards as we go along for clarity and such and so on and so forth. And here is what we're just going into it. Here's what you need to stop doing to help your life get a little better. Oh, we need to mix it up. I like this card a lot, actually. I love this deck a lot. I've already said that. I like this card a lot because sometimes it means do your thing. Sometimes it means carry on, you do you, but today we are talking too much, a little too much, like bordering on, sorry, my watch is buzzing at me. We're bordering on rigidity. We're bordering on a lot of inflexibility and just, wow, okay. All right, yeah. It's stuck. We're stuck in the mud, and the mud has become routine. So we need to stop with the strictness. There is a strict regiment energy that I'm feeling with this. So what's going to make it easier for us to break out of our routine? What's going to help you break free from the everyday stuck? What's going to free you from being stuck? All right. Freedom. What's going to free you? Freedom will free you. You're welcome. I'm a psychic, Good heavens. Let's think about this for a minute. Okay, you feel like this is freedom when it is not. Freedom is not being here. It's like you're afraid of this freedom. There's a hesitancy to kind of be the free spirit that you really kind of need to be right now. You're holding yourself, you're limiting yourself. You are limiting yourself, and you are limiting your opportunities, and you are limiting your abundance. I mean, not completely, because what is meant for you will not pass you by, but man, wouldn't it be nice if we could kind of get it a little easier, smoother, sooner, you know? And you're stopping yourself. And you've got like a fear. It's almost like this, like I can't have this freedom. Things will get out of control. I will lose control. I won't have control over my life and the things happening. When I really don't like saying this, but we have no control over anything, you know, when you really break it down. And that's a scary thought. I hate saying that because it makes me extremely uncomfortable. I am a control things person. But I think that you're kind of afraid that kind of freedom is not for you. And you need to recognize that freedom is exactly what you need. That chaos is exactly what you need. Okay, and it's not a complete chaos. It's not give up everything and don't know anything and don't have any plan for anything. This is adjust the plan, maybe broaden it. Be more flexible in the everyday routines that you're doing, so that you can. It's like you have a big end goal that you're working toward. And you have a certain way to get there, but that's not the only way to get there. It's like I'm seeing multiple paths in the forest in front of me, and you have chosen this certain path. When this path, and this path will also get you there, and they may be easier. And you won't know that. Well, you're never going to know if you chose the right path. You'll know when you chose the wrong path. But I got a whole video I want to do on ego and how we have to understand that our curiosity will not be satisfied, and we'll never really, very often, not never, very often we don't know when we've made the right choice, but we always know when we've made the wrong choice. And sometimes we choose proving that we were right, that it was the wrong choice, than choosing the right choice and just having the courage to never know. So have a little courage that sorry, I got off on a tangent there. Sometimes it just keeps rolling out my mouth. Have the courage to be free from your rigid routine. And it could be your whole life. It could be you have just scheduled everything perfectly down to a T, but it could just be your morning routine. It could just be the way, your workflow at work. It could just be how you run your household as a mom. It could be those things. I don't think it's necessarily your whole entire life routine, but I think there's some things in your routine that you need to examine that are limiting, that are stopping freedom from entering your life. It's like it's keeping you prisoner, and you need to not be afraid of the chaos that can come with freedom, because chaos isn't bad all the time. It can be really scary, and it can turn out, you can get a negative outcome from chaos, but you could also get a super amazing outcome from chaos. It's not about avoiding chaos. You're avoiding chaos, and you don't need to be avoiding chaos. That's limiting you, because there is greatness for you in the chaos. Let's pull one more. Let's get a why. I love a why. I love a good why should I do that? how are they going to improve their life? Yeah, how are you going to feel better when you give up some of your routine? Why is this going to help you? Why should they give up their routine? Why should they be courageous? Woo, we got a lot. Oh, we got 2. Okay, we can handle that. Oh, okay, yeah. Yes. All right, got nature right here. Yeah. This card likes to pop up just to give you a little hug and say, because it's what's meant for you. And it's not that chaos is meant for you. It's the greatness on the other side of it. It's the greatness that you achieve through it. It's what's meant for you. It's what is naturally supposed to be for you. Again, it's not that you should be living in chaos. It's that when you stop limiting yourself, when you stop with the rigidity and you embrace some flexibility in some elements of your life, and you learn that you're going to learn that the freedom feels good. And it's not going to be as scary as you think it is. It's going to come naturally to you to navigate your way through what you can't control, because you can't control it all. You really can't control anything. So examine the things you're over controlling so that you can, we have this card, we're going to flip it in a second. So examine the things you're over controlling. Don't be afraid of the freedom that's going to come from that. I know that sounds so silly to be afraid of freedom, but it makes perfect sense in my head as a person with anxiety. Okay, like I'm not a mental health professional, please understand that, but I have a lot of anxiety, and I know how scary it is to feel powerless and out of control. And it's not going to feel that way. You think it's going to feel that way, and that's why you're over controlling your situations in a lot of aspects of your life. Not your whole life, but some elements of it you're over controlling because you are afraid that it's not going to feel like freedom, that it's going to feel like scary and out of control. And it's not. It's going to be liberating, and it's going to free you of the limits that are completely self-inflicted. You're so self-limiting because you're not meant to be limited like that. You're meant for more. You're meant for awesome. Okay? And it's going to take this scary, what you think is going to be chaos to get to the awesome. And lastly, yeah, so much love. The Bond card. Look at these birds on a human heart. I love that. It's just perfect imagery and for me. Oh, there's a lot of love meant for you. This kind of facing what feels like it's going to be chaos and facing what feels like scary, out of control situations is going to bring you closer to those who matter to you. It's going to put you in a more natural state, which sounds weird, but that's what they're saying. I'm getting your natural state, and your natural state is not over planning and over protecting and over scheduling and over controlling. You're meant to feel happier and freer than that. Real happiness, not just fake peace that comes with trying to control everything. It's real happiness and real love for you. A lot of love, and this kind of thing is going to bring you closer to your family. It's going to bring you closer to your partner. It's going to bring you closer to your friends and your circle and your tribe and your community, and it's really beautiful. It's really beautiful. I know you're really afraid, but look at what is on the other side of that. When you get in the thick of afraid to lose control, you're actually going to gain a just natural way of being. You're going to feel at peace. You're not going to have fake control. You're going to have real peace and real love with those around you. It's really going to just blossom your life. That's what blossom your life. That's what they're saying. Blossom your life. In my head, they're going to blossom your life. Just blossom your life. So go ahead and blossom your life. Okay, let's plan a little less. Let's learn some flexibility. Let's examine. I think my biggest takeaway with this is examine where you are trying to over control. Examine where you are afraid to give up control. Why are you afraid? Why are you, what is the out of control going to really do? And if it's something that is really unbearable, examine something else. This isn't change your entire life routine. This is examine the routines you have, your morning routine, your workflow, how you make dinner, how you approach, if you're a mom, how you approach chores in the house and discipline, and examine all these different routines that you have, because we have a lot of routines. Our day isn't one giant routine. It's a mishmash combination of smaller routines. So examine all the routines that you have and see which ones you can change, which ones you can give up, which ones you can simplify, so that you can gain the freedom, and so that you can learn that giving up routine does not mean it's going to feel out of control. It might feel out of control at first, but it isn't. You're going to learn that it isn't. You're going to learn that is the way, that is peace. And you are going to get so much closer to the people who matter to you. And it's really beautiful. I'm really it feels beautiful, which is a weird thing to say, but I can feel the warmth and the peace and the bond and the extra love that is in store for you. I hope this was helpful. I know it's scary to hear, that we need to give up control. That is never what I want to hear. I get it often in my own personal life, so I really sympathize with you on this one. I understand that is a hard message to hear. Please don't kill the messenger. Thank you. And I hope that this helped. I hope that you're able to examine the routines that you have and see where you can let go and be a little freer. Because it's really not as scary as you think it's going to be. It's really, really not. It's very, very beautiful. All right. Again, I hope this was helpful. Take what connects, leave the rest. Thank you so much for being here. Please subscribe if this is connecting with you. And until we meet again, embrace your crazy.